A film festival dedicated to architecture and design is happening this week. It's called the Architecture and Design Film Festival, and it's the only film festival like it in all of Canada. Joining us now to tell us more about the film festival itself is Susan Algie. Good morning, Susan.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, this is the 14th annual festival. Tell us a little bit about what this festival looks like and what your goals are.
Yes, so we've been doing it for 14 years. Each year we try to bring films from around the world that people won't be able to see on a streaming service, theater, etc.
Okay.
And introduce them to the topics of architecture and design. And that's design in the broadest sense. It could be fashion, furniture, landscape, etc.
Okay, and you have 21 films from 14 different countries.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about some of the stories being told in these films.
Well, we're always pleased to bring films from countries that we would love to visit, for instance, but don't have an opportunity. So this year we have a film from Iran about a group of young women conserving a building. That gives you a little glimpse into a country most of us will probably never go to. But we have films coming from New Zealand talking about architects practicing there. And we also have 4 Canadian films. So there's one on Kensington Village, for instance, which I think many people would find very interesting, and about some of the more well-known architects, both in Canada and around the world.
There's also one about fashion, and it's based in China. Tell us a little bit, or sorry, in Africa. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the story Dust to Dust is about a Japanese fashion designer. He's a high-end designer, goes to Paris Fashion Week, etc., and he becomes concerned about the lack of sustainability in producing clothes that are only going to be worn for a short period of time, fast fashion, etc. And so he goes on a voyage to Africa to the clothing dumps where North America sends all their unwanted clothing and looks to see how he could sustainably reuse those materials. And so I found that particularly interesting, and I think it's very pertinent to today.
Absolutely. Okay, so these films it can be seen where exactly?
So the majority of the films are playing at the Dave Barber Cinematheque in the Exchange District. But as well, we have 7 free noon-hour screenings at Millennium Library, at Dolniver Museum, at our space at 177 Lombard.
What do you want the public to get from this film festival?
Well, of course, you want people to enjoy the films, so we look for some of those. But we also want to stimulate thinking about our city, how other cities have handled challenges, come up with good designs, good solutions. So there's that. And it also is a chance for people to go out, see a film on a big screen, eat some fresh popcorn, and talk with other people about what they're seeing.
Yeah, and obviously this is something that we are very proud of. Our architecture here, even in our city, is incredible. So is it a good way to remind Winnipeggers, Manitobans alike, how incredible our city is?
I think that is one of our motivations. We are really lucky to have architecture that spans 150 years. And we're kind of unique in the country to have that quantity and quality of buildings. So yeah, it is a celebration in that way too, and also across Canada. As I said, we have 4 films from Canada that sort of celebrate architecture, and I think it's important, especially now, for us to realize what we do have and to value it.
The fact that we're the only film festival like this in Canada must make you pretty proud.
Yeah, it does indeed. There are other places that will show some of these films, but we've been concentrating on this for 14 years, and we're at the point now where filmmakers from around the world send us films, so that's quite exciting.
That's amazing. Okay, well, thank you for sharing this with us. The film festival starts tomorrow and runs until Sunday.